Hello everyone, this is Ron. Welcome to another King of Fighters All-Star video, and in today's video I am going to talk about once again about Ultimate Terry Boggard, and this is going to be my final verdict of Terry Boggard, that whether you should pull in this banner or not, and why I think this banner is really great, and I think it is one of the greatest banner in the entire history of King of Fighters All-Star. However, I haven't really prepared any gameplay for you because I couldn't get the star in Princeton until now. The reason is I'm still feeling not very well. My fever is gone, but I'm feeling very weak and my energies are kind of drained. I'm feeling totally disoriented. I cannot even think properly because of the fever thing. I think it's corona or covid, I don't even know. But the thing is, in order to get his 2 star and moon in Princeton, you need to go to this Terry's crafting event, and of course I collected the moonstone, and for the star stone I need to have a bunch of these things, and these tokens are extremely rare in this game. You have to complete all the available options from where you can collect them. First of all, the veteran fighter, that means this tower you need to complete. I kind of completed the entire tower. It will give you some of these tokens, and you have to of course go to the exchange shop and buy these tokens. There is a bunch of tokens you have to buy, and also there is another item in this shop, that is I think this one, memory, King of Fighters memory ticket. There is a certain task in the events. If you go to the mission page, that means there is an event, and this event will give you 20 of these thing, and you have to match 20 pair of cards at King of Fighters event. And what is this event? This one. And since I'm not really feeling very well, that's why I didn't really attempt this one, because you have to be in a really clear mind, a fresh mind when you are doing this, because you have to remember a lot. So that's why I'm kind of waiting for it. Now let's talk about some points that I found about this character, and also not only this character but this entire banner. And I think this is one of the most revolutionary banner that in the history of King of Fighters All-Star. And I'll be showing you some points that why this banner is revolutionary, especially Terry. My special focus is on Terry. There are 2 characters in this banner, but Terry is kind of way ahead, way ahead than Oswald. In my humble opinion, Oswald is also very strong, very strong, and he has quite a good amount of features, but basically his function is to act as a support. He is not a premium damage dealer. But Terry, on the other hand, is a damage machine. A damage machine that I would say the King of Fighters team, they kind of developed him as a damage machine. Why so? First of all, his kit. His kit is a totally concentrated kit. Strike skill and skill number 3. That's all you need to know about it, this kit. There is no other complex mechanism in his kit. And what do I mean by that? Why I am talking about this thing again and again? Let me show you one of my characters that I have played again and again many times, and I know each and every part of that character, and that is going to be Psyche. What is the difference between Psyche and the kit of Terry, and why I think Terry's kit is way superior? If you go to Psyche's skill info, if you go to his default finisher, you'll see that what is his default finisher? Skill number 3. See, resets active skill cooldown upon use, enters arrogant state upon use regardless of conditions met. So this finisher, this is a default finisher, and this is highly relevant and highly important to his damage dealing skills. That means if you don't do the finisher, you will do quite a lot less damage than if you do the finisher and do the damage. That's it. His finisher buffs up his damage ability a lot. So we all know that Psyche's kit or Psyche's main power is his basic skill, but before you start hitting with the basic skill, you have to go through his skill number 2, that is going to increase target defense by 80%, blah blah blah. This is one thing you have to do. You have to throw the default finisher to enter this arrogant state. 2 conditions you have to meet. Now most of the characters that we have in the game so far are kind of, in this category. Most of the characters, of course I haven't analyzed all the character and their kit in this way. I'm just analyzing Psyche's kit. But most of the character, in my humble opinion, is having 1 or 2 skills or default that is going to empower his kit and his damage abilities. That means what? That means you have to kind of waste a time behind those skills. Maybe you have to waste a couple of seconds because you have to throw the default finisher. Maybe you have to waste 1 second or less, or even a microsecond if you are willing to use another skill. Of course, the waste will be more if it is a default. In case of Terry, there is no such waste. You don't have to do anything. His default finisher, what it is going to do? Upon increasing finisher, what is his default finisher? Yeah. Upon use, increase finisher skill damage by 400%. If you use the default finisher, it is going to increase the finisher skill. That means the special finisher or the default finisher, both finisher skills damage is going to be increased. Do we need that? No. And momentum by 4% up to 32% for each starving wolf for 3 seconds. There will be momentum increase. Momentum increase is good, but we don't really need momentum to increase the damage in all the game modes, right? So in the guild, especially in guilds like, for example, in Rugal guild or in Geese guild, you don't have to use the finisher. You just straight away do his active 3 skill damage and gain these effects to get the damage. So that's one point, that why his kit is so much concentrated and it's kind of focused on one single purpose and it doesn't allow any waste of time. That's why there is no downtime in this character's damage dealing. The moment the character enters the stage, his damage mechanism and his damage dealing skill starts working, and that's it. You don't have to prepare anything for it. Next important point about this character is basically in his kit there is no power distribution. That means what? That means all of his skills, if we go to the skills, all of his skills are actually strike skills, and his main damage dealing skill is also strike skill, and his finisher is also strike skill, his final finisher also strike skill. So if you buff his strike skill with any plugin or any effect or any imprint store or anything, that effect is going to be spreaded all throughout his kit, and each and every one of his skills are going to get the benefit from that buff. Not a single skill, not a single hit are going to miss it. But let's just say, for example, if we go to Psyche, he has a bunch of skills. He has a strike skill, he has grab skill, he has blast skill, a lot. Now if I add a imprint stone or plugin to this character that is probably going to increase his blast skill, then these 2 skills are getting buffed. But what about these skills? What about this skill? They are not getting the buff. To get them buffed, I have to add probably another effect through plugins or imprint stones, a special buff for grab skill or special buff for strike skill, and so on and so forth. That makes the entire process a little bit complicated. Whereas in case of Terry, you don't even have to worry about that. All you need is to farm in the plugin plant and find a couple of plugins that is going to increase strike skill, and that's all. That's all you need. This is a very easy kit, and I think each and every kit should be more or less like this, because in that way we can concentrate on one particular thing and buff it up. If I buff this character's kit with attack, strike skill and active 3 skill, that's not too much effects, but every effect are going to support the kit of this character 100%. Another important, or probably the most important, is going to be the imprint stone, and this is why I said that this banner is a revolution. If you go to the characters imprint stone, let me show you that what they did with this imprint stone. This is the moon imprint stone. I added it. Look at this. Increase wildcard fighters attack by 20%. Increase wildcard fighters critical damage by 60%. Wildcard fighters attack by 30%. Have you ever seen such a big percentages in any imprint stone whatsoever? Have you ever seen? No way. Never, because this is a new type of imprint stone that they have added in this banner without saying too much about it. They didn't really even talk about it in a big way. Nowhere. No big announcement, no nothing. I mean, this banner came like a silent killer. But look at this, what you are getting. Also the same from the star stone. I am using a old star stone because I haven't really found the other one. But the same effect from the star stone. 50% attack, solid attack from here. 50% attack from the star stone. And also huge amount of this critical rate and critical damage. The reason why they did it, Netmarble or the game wants you to add some other features through the plugins. That's why they kind of added more attack, more critical rate and critical damage in the stones, that you don't have to worry about extra critical attack and critical damage through your plugins. That means you can totally concentrate on the damages. You can totally concentrate on things like active skill buff, strike skill buff, active 3 skill buff, phantom attack, phantom damage, phantom penetration. There is a lot of effects, guys. If you go to the plugins, if you keep farming a lot of plugins, you will see there is a lot of effects we can add through the plugins, and we can totally customize our gameplay, and we can totally do impossible things with this character if we just pay attention. And that thing is made easy by this banner, and both of these characters are having the ability to get these imprint stones. And not only the star and moon imprint stones, guys. If you go to these main stones, that means his normal stones, they are also totally focused on both these characters. And this is the first stone, the circle stone. Increase ultimate fighter's basic attack by 50%. This is totally ideal for Oswald. This stone is not going to help this guy at all. That means I can actually increase these damage numbers even more by changing this stone. However, the stone number 3, this is totally ideal for this character. Increase ultimate fighter's active 3 skill damage by 20%. That's what we need, because this character's kit is totally concentrated on active skill 3. So if you are pulling in this banner, of course you got the 3 imprint stones. You already got a very good imprint stone. You don't have to worry about anything. I mean, this is the best you can get. I mean, specifically character specific imprint stone, usually you will not see too much of these things. But the first stone you would like to change probably, and you can add any other stones if possible. I'll talk about these stones in some other videos, but this middle effect is not going to help Terry at all. And in the same way, if you are having Oswald, this third stone you have to change is not helping Oswald at all. So in terms of adding new imprint stone, I think they have never done it. King of Fighters All-Star are having this double attack imprint stone since the very beginning. I think BS, SS, EX, and finally Ultimate Volume 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All these banners are having normal simple double attack imprint stone. 10% attack from tier 1, 10% attack from tier 3, and in the middle some effects can be critical rate, critical damage, active skill, and so on. But this banner, this is a revolutionary banner, guys. I showed you the percentages. I mean, this is lit. Now you might think that I'm talking too much about because I kind of summon this character. That might be true because I kind of checked this thing before pulling. I saw that. I saw that these characters and these banners are kind of extraordinary compared to the ordinary banners we are having every time. Maybe this is going to be a continuous trend in the upcoming banners. Maybe not. I don't know. I cannot tell you. But this is, what should I say, guys? This is almost as big as starting a new series of characters. What should I say? This is the third generation character of the ultimate. No one is talking about it, but let me tell you what. This is the third generation. This is not second generation anymore. We had second generation characters until the last banner, but this is the first character banner of the third generation character. Probably in the upcoming banners they will also keep continuing this trend, but let's see how it comes up. And I hope now you get a clear picture about why this banner is such a massive one. And if you are having rubies, and I usually don't say, but if you are having rubies, it's a good banner to go. But definitely think about that if you like this character or not, because that should be the top priority, because you are going to play with this character for a long time. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to support the content, support the channel, and I hope to see you guys soon in some other videos. Till then, stay awesome and peace out, my friends.